Hot dogs on the grill, a beautiful night here at Lac La Vaughn Park as it is another edition of our summer championship series of Park and Rec softball here in Burnsville Community Media. And tonight is All-Star Night here at Lac La Vaughn Park. We're at Field A, and it's just a party going on. We got music playing, like I said, hot dogs, burgers on the grill, the whole community showing up for what should be a fun night of softball. All right. Okay. That works with us. All right. Our umpire Rick giving us all the details. So we have two All-Star teams. Did that live on the go. That's what we do here. So we have two All-Star teams. This is our All-Star game of the men's league out there in the gray. It is our Gray Ducks and Blue Bombers who will be hitting first. So Gray Ducks are our home team on the scoreboard, and our umpire there behind the plate, Rick. Blue team still waiting on one more player. But we get things going right away here at Field A of our All-Star game. And this is Matt Stansberry who gets us started off with a base hit into left field for the Blue Bombers in our All-Star game. We got plenty coming your way here tonight on Burnsville Community Media, including a in-game interview with one of the leads of Park and Rec softball with a nice play out there in center field. But Matt is over to second, and Gabe will make his way down to first base for the Blue Bombers. And that'll bring up Elliot Davis, who comes up to the plate. In an all-star game, it's laid back, it's fun. These teams have been competing every night of the week. Softball happening here at Lac La Vaughn Park, except for Saturdays in Park and Rec softball. And looking forward to Scott Heitkamp joining us, who heads up the Burnsville Community Park and Rec softball action. Be great to chat with him. It's one of the really popular Park and Rec activities here in Burnsville. And our Blue Bombers already two runners on, and a walk for Elliott. He's going to take his way down to first base and bring up Nick now for the Blue Bombers. So all these players, kind of a fun, was chatting with a few people around, and these all-star games, nobody really plays with each other, all on different teams, as that one will drop into left field for a base hit. Matt will score, Gabe will score, and it's two RBIs for Nick to get the Blue Bombers on the board here in our top half of the first inning. And as mentioned, just kind of chatting with a couple of people here behind home plate at Field A, and all these guys playing different teams throughout the summer, usually playing against each other, so there's a little bit of timing communication there toward our first pitch, where on the fly, blue team still waiting on a team. As this is a base hit for Ricardo right up the middle for the Blue Bombers. And that gets him down to first base and keeps the bases loaded for Lee Davis. Steps up to the plate now here for the Blue Bombers. This is Lee to the plate. And all sorts of fun happening here at Lac La Vaughn Park. This one will fly it into right field. That gets down for a hit. Big turnaround third to bring in two more for the Blue Bombers with a throw to third, not in time. So just like that, our away team on the scoreboard, the Blue Bombers of this Men's League One All-Star game. They get four on the board here in our first inning of action from Burnsville. In a busy place here tonight. The grill's going, a couple of coolers of cold pop beverages here tonight. Lac La Vaughn Park, and most importantly, as always, as any night of the summer, lots of softball action happening on a Wednesday night. This one's outside, so the Blue Bombers, it was Brett who will take first base for the blue team. Already out to a 4-run lead here to keep those bases loaded in the top half of the first inning. I liked one fan's idea. Just let them do a home run derby. There's home run rules in every game all summer. Let's see some of the power of these All-Stars as the Blue Bombers bring in run number 5 of this contest so far in our top half of the first inning. So that was Anthony with that base hit. That brings up Zach now to the plate. And as per usual, a coin flip decided who gets things started, and our home team, our away team, who bats first, who bats second.
I know, and then it's just like, oh, I'm in this league, so I haven't seen it.
So our top of the first on All-Star Night. Hard to believe already here at this point in the summer. These are athletes that are playing since early April. There's our first out of the inning, the second, and a throw home is off the mark. But 1 run will score there, so that makes it a 6-run first inning here in our top half of the first inning. Blue Bombers starting off strong in our All-Star game here tonight. And one of the great things about Burnsville Community Media is we've gotten to cover some championship games throughout this summer, and that's been a lot of fun to do as well. This one carries outside, and this being TJ who comes up to the plate. Actually, could be Zach. I think we're waiting on one still. We'll check on that roster, that lineup as we can. But our leadoff hitter, Matt, back up to the plate with runners at first and second. It's great to have you along with us. As mentioned, I'm Hans Bristol. This one will drop into right field. That's down for a base hit. It's an all-star game. You can expect some runs. That's what the Blue Bombers have given us here so far. And just like that, a 7-run top of the first inning. It's been fun going through these championship series, championship nights throughout the year, semifinal games, playoff games. We've had some really good games. There's a line drive. Nice catch by the pitcher on the mound for the third out for the Grey Ducks, but it'll take us to our bottom half of the first. And big offensive start for the Blue Bombers. 7-run lead. All-Star game night here on a Wednesday night at Levon Park. Hans Bristol back here with you. Got our 2 All-Star teams from Men's League. It's the Blue Bombers and the Grey Ducks. All been inducted to play into this game tonight. Hey, coming up, we have Scott Highcamp, who's a recreation supervisor, helps us coordinate a lot of these broadcasts throughout the summer, and does a great job working with us. He's going to join us for an inning or two as we enjoy some All-Star Game Night softball here tonight. It'll be great to chat with Scott on all things rec softball, all things rec here in the city of Burnsville. As the Grey Ducks going to get us started with a base hit out into center field. Hannon right there on that leadoff swing here for our great team. And this lead to Tom comes up to the plate now for the Grey team. So Scott Highcamp coming up next to spend a little bit of time on what I'm assuming is a busy night. He's been hovering around the grills, hovering around the coolers, making sure all of our softball fans here tonight well hydrated, well fed. Base hit to right, good speed around second. Has a look for home, but we'll just hold up there at third base. And so the Grey Ducks trying to respond to some runs there from the Blue Bombers in our top half of the first inning. All summer long, weeknights, Sunday nights, Friday nights, we have softball action, and that one bounces off the top of the wall in center field for the big swing by Brent. How about that? What's more impressive, a home run or a ball that clanks off of the top of the center field wall? Our center field camera was safe. I can confirm that, but that would be quite the second look there. Right on top of the wall. How about that? That takes some precision. There's another pop-up. Out to left center field, and this one, that time, is gone. And so just like that, 4 runs in for the Grey Ducks. Well, Brent set it up, and Eric stepped up next to the plate and said, I'll have a home run. Poke that one over the fence in left center field. And so just like that, the Grey Ducks make this a 4-run game. Our umpire Rick has to get us a new ball. So, Grey Ducks with 4 runs up on the board on a couple of swings. We have 1 go off the base of the center field wall and 1 over the wall in left center field so far. Next pitch, line into center field for a base hit as those bases clear because of that home run. It'd be great chatting with Scott and just kind of getting a better idea, better understanding of, really numbers, tallies, kind of the history behind softball here at not only Burnsville, but specifically Lac La Von Park. Nice scoop there at third. It's going to get 1 at second. Throw to first. Won't be in time. Blue Bombers do get their first out. And we'll be grabbing Scott, and he'll be chatting with us, hanging out for an inning or 2 here. So looking forward to that. An all-star game night. Just 1 game we have here for you tonight. Go through our schedule, the games upcoming. Our championship series coverage not done yet. Here's a blue base hit into left field. That puts 2 on the bases here for the Grey Ducks. And Blue Bombers, part of our men's all-star game here at Field A. We've had a great combination of rec teams, men's league, women's league, that we've been able to cover here multiple different nights of the week here on Burnsville Community Media. And so that's been good fun here, being out for some beautiful nights of softball. Rick is our umpire behind the plate. Catches in a strike, which I think I see a Prior Lake hat there. Lakers getting some representation in this all-star game with a base hit into center field. Speed around third, and the Grey Ducks pick up their 5th run of this first inning. I mean, it's an all-star game. We got to get some runs in here. That's what we have had here so far. So 7-5 is our score. Our all-star game here from Field A at Lac La Von Park. Good stretch there at short. Does lead to the stepping on the base there at second. Get the out there at second. That's a tough play. It was on his back foot. Trailing over there to second base. And just like that, picks up out number 2. He had to stretch for that one at short. Underhand toss to second. Nice play there. And our next at-bat is a base hit into center field. Brings in 1 run there for the Grey Ducks. Makes it 7-6.
Keep it going, bud.
It's always fun. It's going to be fun for these guys to... These are competitive leagues. Don't worry about that. They have fun, but they're, from what at least we've seen so far in our coverage, as this is a pop-up, nice catch right there behind second plate. Scott Heitkamp joins us next into our 2nd inning here in the All-Star Game, Burnsville Community Media. 2nd inning of our All-Star Game here on a Wednesday night at Lac La Von Park here in Burnsville. And our Park and Rec Softball Championship Series coverage continues, and we're happy to have on and joining us now Scott Heitkamp, the Recreation Supervisor of the city of Burnsville. And Scott, thanks so much for joining us. Busy summertime, busy time of the year for you, I'm sure.
Yeah. Nope. Thank you guys for being here. It's always a fun night to kind of have everybody out here to celebrate the end of the summer softball season. So I think a lot of people enjoy. Heads up! Oh, damn, it's got hit. Heads. This is kind of one of my favorite nights of the year to kind of have everybody out here, and I'm obviously not out here every night of the week to see all this going on, but no, it's great to have you.
It's been great. We've really had a great time, and every night of games that we've covered, it's always been obviously different teams, different players. This one drops into right field. It's gonna put runners on the corners here. So we with Grey Ducks and Blue Bombers for our team names. So we had some fun with that.
That'll work. That'll work.
So Scott, kind of talk us through. So every night of the week, there's softball here at Lac La Von Park besides Saturdays. Is that
That's correct? Yep. From pretty much April, I would say mid-April to mid-October, we have something going on here every night of the week. Now we take some time off during the 4th of July and all that stuff, but yeah, every night of the week we have the we have the biggest. Burnsville has the biggest USSSA softball league in the state. So we have 180 teams in the summer, and we have pretty much, I would say, 330 teams total between summer and fall, which you kind of get to know these guys quite a bit once you go through everything. But yeah, no, it's fun to see all these guys in action and get out and have them watch some fun and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, no, it's a fun part of the job. So.
Absolutely, and as we have our top of the second inning there wrap up, but we're going to keep it here, keep chatting with Scott. As I kind of said, every night kind of has a different feel, and each team has a different feel than league, but all in all, it's just fun out here. It's just always a great atmosphere. It's a great time. So the 180 teams, I mean, what's kind of how did Burnsville get to this point with Park and Rec softball? Is there a specific history, or did it just kind of become popular within the community? What can you kind of say to that as growing into the biggest league in the state?
Yeah, no, I would say it's for sure our facilities. I mean, Lac Lavande is a destination site for a lot of softball teams and a lot of tournaments that happen throughout the state. So the reputation that we have to kind of keep teams coming back and to keep a customer service level that teams reach out for is definitely something that I think keeps teams coming back. And I mean, we do things like this, Team Appreciation Night, that a lot of communities, if not any community, does. So we like to focus on our team and show appreciation that they're out there and participating in our program. So I think a lot of it is that was a nice hit. I think a lot of it is things like you guys do. I mean, coming out here and doing things like this too shows that we dedicate ourselves to being the cream of the crop type community for adult softball.
We put the pressure on these guys now when they come out here, and we tell them, hey, you guys can catch your games online, go back, watch after, and have a laugh at each other, and try and get an impressive play. So 180 teams. Does that just cover the summer leagues?
That's just the summer, yeah.
Wow.
So then we have
Remarkable.
an additional 130 for the fall season, which is going to kick off here next week. But yeah, so we have 320 plus teams throughout the two seasons, and it requires a lot of work for sure. But like I've been saying, I think the teams appreciate it, and everybody appreciates the facilities here. And this gentleman here, right here behind us, he doesn't have a participant in the league, but he comes out and enjoys the leagues. So,
well, Scott, great to chat with you. Can we keep you one more inning?
Absolutely.
A little bit longer?
Sure.
All right, we're
Sure.
going to keep with Scott here and break here after a second inning. Okay, third inning we go in the two-run game here in our all-star game of our men's all-star game here at Field A. Scott Heitkamp still hanging out with us on what's probably a busy night for you, Scott. So we do really appreciate it. What do you kind of see, Scott, kind of from a future aspect? I would assume, you and your team with the city of Burnsville, what you guys probably see is growth here with these leagues and with these teams, and that's the real question: is how do you fit all that into 6 nights?
Yeah, you know what? I think softball for sure is declining. Adult softball is, but not here in Burnsville. It's for sure not declining. We if there are communities that are not able to fill their leagues and not able to have enough teams, we get those calls and we are able to absorb those teams. And what we find is that it's a little sacrifice fight. What we find is that a lot of those teams that we absorb do not leave, and they end up staying with us. And I think that's a commitment to our program that we have here. But I mean, we've expanded from the past couple of years. We've had a senior 50-plus league. As people get older, there's a demand for, well, I can't keep up with these college kids anymore, kind of thing. And yeah, so we've adapted to finding different offerings for for players and teams that maybe don't that want to keep going and maybe don't have the athleticism to keep going, but offering something that they can come out on a Tuesday night and keep going. So
That's great. That's great. Bottom of the third here, All-Star game. Recreation Supervisor Scott Heitkamp, kind enough to join us here on Burnsville Community Media. Outside of softball, I mean, we know in the winter months, I know there's some snow softball that goes on, but what do you see in kind of the winter months, other rec leagues? What's popular? What's coming up? As I'm sure you're already kind of turned toward the winter season by this point of the summer.
Yeah, I mean, we're constantly planning year-round. We've done the snow softball league, which has been a ton of fun. Players that think they'd be great at it maybe don't turn out to be too great at it.
That's a different level.
Which is great to
that
see.
And like beach volleyball too. It's like your feet kind of get stuck into the snow and sand, and that is fun to watch. Well, the leagues, the facilities, these championship series, I mean, they're commendable. I mean, just the umpires you have out here too. They're keeping the scores updated. They're keeping these games moving. I mean, that's got to be all a part of just kind of the culture and what these teams and players come to expect when they come to Lac La Vang for league softball.
Absolutely. So what we try to do is make relationships with all the umpires that we have. I mean, heads up.
Heads up!
There's a human level there, right, with umpires, because it's a tough job. It's a tough job to do, and they get a lot of slack. They maybe don't have the easiest job all the time, and we try to level with them and back them as much as we can, because without them we don't have a program. So I try and do the best I can to get on their level and to partner with them, because they're humans too, right? And a lot of the times when a call doesn't go their way, maybe they get in trouble a little bit. So
I mean, in the lone games that we've covered, I mean, we've seen that. Like, there's a competitiveness level. It's just such a fun mix of these teams are fun, and a lot of them they play summer after summer against each other, with each other. But at the same time, it's just well organized. The umpires just do a really commendable job at all these games and all those weeknights at teams. What about yourself, Scott? How did you end up at recreation supervisor level here? Are you from here? Did you grow up in this area?
No, I didn't, but played a lot of softball myself. But
still play? Or
I don't. You know what? After dealing with it for a long time during the day, you kind of try and step away.
Fair enough.
Try and step away a little bit at the end of the night. But I'm obviously very connected with all of this, and something. I mean, I'm of course passionate about it. It's fun to, once you get out here and see everybody having fun like this on a night that not a lot of people would hear about, care about. It's fun to see everybody having fun out here, and it kind of brings your passion level back a little bit. So, and
absolutely.
And I try and get out not every night of the week, but as much as I can, and see people having fun and kind of realize that you're providing a service that most people don't get out intended to see. So
absolutely. Even just tonight too, the music going, the cookout, everybody's in food and the beverages you guys provide. I mean, it's just a really, really fun overall atmosphere. And these all-star games, there's a fair ball. Now we got to run in while you're here with us, Scott. I think that's our first run to. We're calling them the Grey Ducks because we had to come up with some fun names.
Well, it's good to see a big line here with the.
Sure is. Yeah, the burger line, the hot dog line is all been in play. And Scott, this is something you guys do every summer, right? Kind of an end of the season, grill out, cook out, get together.
We do this every summer, and the folks grilling are all umpires that are part of our leagues, and they dedicate their time. They're obviously volunteers, and for tonight they dedicate their time to serve the people that we're serving. So it's awesome. And then we're gonna have our raffle here in about an hour here, and
very nice.
Everybody can have a chance to win a bat, a glove, a bag, whatever they can win. So
can't go wrong with that. Add a little more equipment to. You always need another bat or glove in your garage somewhere, right?
Yeah, and if you're paying $1 for it, why not?
That's great. That's great. A couple more runs in here, and our bottom of the third for the Grey Ducks take a 1-run lead, and that one dropped into left center field. And there's even just, coming back to this game here tonight, Scott, just a couple of nights of games that we've done, you start to pick up on some faces and reading through the names. I'm like, oh, I recognize a couple of those names. I'm sure for you, working with these teams and the players and the managers all summer long, I mean, there's just got to be some real great connections and relationships that get built through softball, which is just great.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's fun to see people that come up to you and say, hey, we good or bad, right? Like we had this going on, and it's fun to put a name to the face, right? Emails are great, but we like to get out and get face to face with people that we work with. So
absolutely,
no, it's fun to people that I email with on a daily basis. It's fun to get them out here and have non-work related conversations, right?
Absolutely.
And even how's the family? How's everything going? And that's the customer service we try and work through, and try and get people on a human level where we're not just providing you a service. We're also here to be your friend. We're here to connect with you on different bases. So
that's great. Well, Scott, you've got a raffle coming up, all sorts of stuff going on tonight, so we're going to let you go here. But thank you very much. This has been a great partnership with us, and coming out, we've had a great time doing these games. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate you guys having us.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Scott Heitkamp. We'll take a short break. Back with more action here in just a moment. Okay, into our fourth inning here. All-star game of our Men's Park and Rec softball. Great to have Scott on there with us. Just such a great insight on what goes on behind the scenes and the amount of time that people put into these games. As we'll start with a leadoff walk here in our fourth inning. Our score 10-8. The Grey Ducks up in front. Finally got a couple runs in there while Scott was on with us. It's Hans Bristol back here with you on Burnsville Community Media. Scott's been a big part of our television production side of things, and Director Jim Jingen putting all these games, all these broadcasts together. It's of course, a good amount of work on our crew, who deserve a shout out on all the coverage this year and this summer as well. And always a lot of fun to be out here. It's great to have Scott on, as we get a base runner down to first and second here for the Blue Bombers. I mean, 180 teams. That is remarkable. I was really, really intrigued. And every night we've been out here, like I said, it's always been a different vibe, kind of a different feel out of every team and all the different leagues. And it's just fantastic stuff. So Scott, a great conversation there with us on part of our continued championship series of Park and Rec softball here at Field Day at Lac Lavon Park. Every night of the week, it's been fun. And Blue Bombers here gonna load up the bases, finding themselves back down by 2 runs. Load up the bases here now. Still looking for our first out of this fourth inning, and our coverage is not done yet. So stay tuned here to Burnsville Community Media. We're trying to get a lot of our previously recorded games online. This ball's going to drop into center field for a base hit. And Blue Bombers step onto home plate. But I love that out of Scott. I asked him, you don't play anymore. Well, when you're around it on the working side of things that much, that makes sense. Great to have Scott on with us here tonight during our All-Star Game action with another pop-up here from the Blue Bombers. And a catch out there in center field. Runner tags up from third. Good throw in there from center field, and a tag out at third. So 2 runners trying to get on a move, as 1 run does come in to score to tie this game up at 10. 1 runner thrown out at third, and just 1 out here in the fourth inning. So 180 teams, and obviously, like Scott said, their season does not stop in the summertime. They go straight into fall leagues, some winter snow softball. Gotta love that as well. I don't know, might have to get out there for another day or two, Tim, for some winter softball this year. It'll be a good time. Pop up, right field. Easy catch and right. And that's going to lead to our third out of this top of the fourth. Bottom of the fourth coming up. All-Star Game night. Park and Rec softball on Burnsville Community Media. Furry friends in on the action here tonight at Levon Park, our All-Star Game night, cookout night. Got the burgers, the brats on the grill, the umpires helping out, grilling out here tonight. They've been busy. The line for hot dogs, burgers behind me has been long all night. And even Scott mentioned that. He was happy to see that. So we welcome you back here to Levon Park. Our Park and Rec softball series continues, and that's a snag at second base. All he can do is laugh that one off. A line drive blitz to second base on a nice catch. Take another look. All-Star Game. Better get some web gem leather flashing type of plays. It's a nice catch. So we get a base hit right after our first out into left field. 180 teams in summer softball. Hard to believe that number. Biggest league in the state of Minnesota. They're officially licensed. I believe it's the USSSA softball. It's the official licensed league here. And always a lot of fun. We've covered a lot of these different championship series, and right now we got an all-star game. And we continue to enjoy. There's some great batting gloves. Stars and stripes on the gloves. Love to see that. Backwards hat behind the plate. Chops this one down to third. Throw over to second. Going to be in time for the out. And by the way, this is the first game we have had an infield umpire who gets called that call at second base. So not only Rick behind home plate, but there's a good look. We have an infield umpire, which we have not seen here until this All-Star Game tonight. And another throw over to second. 5-4 for our last two outs of that inning, and we're all tied 10 apiece. Fifth inning coming up next. Camera crew out here on a Wednesday night. Done a great job with us, as they do all season long, all year long on our Burnsville community media coverage. Nick, Rachel, Winter, all on our cameras here tonight. Get positioned on the truck down the first baseline, third baseline. Had a couple times this summer. Camera crew had to watch out for a flying softball or two. Great work by our crew. Should mention, of course, the truck as well. Our director, Tim Ken, is always out here with us on these busy softball nights. How about that? Bobbled out of the glove first and hauled that one in to snag it out there in right field to make that catch. Well, like I said, it's the All-Star Game. We better get some defensive flashes of plays. I think he just looked at a camera and left. Look at that. Oh, hey. Well, you know what? The great part is I'll go back, watch these games later, just have a laugh out of that. That's another nice grab out there in left field. Two quick outs for the Gray Ducks. All tied up, 10 apiece. Let's get back to our crew's done a great job of these games out here. And it's all part of the community. TV is a big part of that. So we've had a lot of fun and one of the biggest Park and Rec events in leagues in the state. I mean, you heard it here first. That's what it is here at Levon Park. So we're having fun out here covering all these games. And a two-out bloop single there into left field for the Blue Bombers. All tied up, 10 apiece. Our fifth inning of action. So great job by our crew out here tonight. All tied up, though, 10 apiece. Somebody's trying to win an All-Star Game Wednesday night. As mentioned, our season coverage is not done yet. Still 2 nights left of coverage that we have on the way. Park and Rec softball. At the break, I'll get you those exact dates and times so you can have those on your upcoming schedule. What we've got coming up still left in our Park and Rec softball series. Had a walk there for the Blue Bombers, and we'll have a runner come out to first base, trying to pick up some runs here. 2 outs. Top half of the 5th inning. Been a fun night here at the ballpark. A ground ball to second. First baseman jumps in front of the second baseman, says, "I'll take that. I'll take that statistical put out." Out to second, still all tied. Bottom of the 5th next. Oh, the kids got to get on the food action here tonight. Why wouldn't you? Doing a great job on the grills. Hot dogs, burgers, snacks, drinks. Got it all here on the All-Star Game Cookout Night. Lac Lavon Park. Had some great crowds out here. A lot of the community coming out to enjoy some softball, enjoy some summertime cookout. Can't beat that. Beautiful night here at Lac Lavon Park. Hans Bristol back with you. All-Star Game here at Field A with a pop-up deep left field corner and a nice catch out there in left field for out number 1. All tied up, 10 apiece. Good game. That's what you'd expect out of our All-Stars. Heard it from Scott earlier. These leagues been going on since mid-April. Every night of the week except Saturdays. That's 6 nights of softball a week. 180 teams, 320 total. Also jump into the fall leagues as well. So we get a base hit. Go to left field. Get a runner down to first base here for the Gray Ducks. I saw this SC and I was hoping it was a St. Cloud State Husky shout-out hat. I think it says Crusaders on the back of it. So might not be the case, but that's what I was hoping for. And Huskies out there. 1 out here in our 5th inning. All the way down to first base. And a line drive into left field, no problem, to the left fielder. I think it's interesting going back to that chat with Scott too, just I can't imagine just summer after summer you get to know some of these teams, the managers, umpires. It's just all about the people. That's what community's all about. And they've built a top-notch facilities here in Burnsville for fans, friends, players, families to enjoy softball all year long. This is a well-positioned hit into center field. Will bring in a run, trying to stretch it over to second base, and does just that. So our Gray Ducks take the lead right back. And all sorts of celebrating here from both these teams in a 1-run game in our All-Star Game here on a Wednesday night. Trying to follow that up with a foul ball. I think it was when Scott was on, or showed our camera crew. I think we had a ball come up by you two up there. It was pretty close at least. So second and third, 1 out. Yeah, camera crew, they sure do. They need those gloves out there. You have 1 hand on the camera, one in a glove. Why not? Wintertime, I know all of you do games out in the wintertime. You're actually wearing wintertime gloves. Catch out there in center field with the throw into third. That gets away, so it'll bring in 2 on the sacrifice fly. And the Gray Ducks stretch that lead out to 13-10. Just like that. No problem. Looking for contact as we're already almost to our 6th inning of this All-Star Game here on a Wednesday night from Lac Lavon Park. Here's a pop-up, hit pretty well. Center field, out to the wall and down. Speed around first, speed around second, and into third, no problem. That'll skip away, and it's an inside the park home run. Representing the Lakeville South Cougars with the Lakeville South hat. And an inside the park home run to make it 14-10. Got speed like that, just keep running, put on a show.
Well, that's 2 home runs.
So there's the home run rule, of course, and I think we heard one of the Blue Bombers say, oh yeah, they're out of home runs already, right? That was funny. Got these mics here behind home plate. Never know what they'll pick up. Softball action here on a Wednesday night. And how about that second home run? There it is. Gray Ducks just adding them on here, and it's a solo home run. Make this a 5-run game. Well, you know what? That batter said, hey, you want to joke about it? I'll put it into existence. Put that ball out into left field.
4 home runs or 3?
So how about that?
I think so. Hey, that was our 3rd, right? 2nd. Oh, that was our 2nd?
And we're just checking on them. We're just checking on those home run numbers. I think they still have 2. Could be different for the All-Star Game. Should have checked on that with Rick. And so with 2 outs, the inning keeps going with a base hit into center field. As we talked about with Scott, they do such a good job out here. They've got these umpires to keep these games moving. Others are checking in with us before games, which is great. I mean, to have a live running scoreboard in a Park and Rec softball league, that alone, just being a broadcaster, just warms my heart for some reason. I don't know why. It might be all the high school sports. Base hit out there in the left field, right down the third base line, with 2 outs here in our 5th inning. Tie game here coming into the 5th, and the Grey Ducks posted up 5 runs. That one just kicks outside for a ball. We're all sporting the same t-shirts here tonight. I'll always appreciate that too. Pop fly, first base side, and a nice catch. Headed toward the fencing. It's going to end our 5th inning, but the Grey Ducks in our All-Star game take a lead into the 6th. Here at Lac La Vaughn Park, it's Park and Rec softball here on Burnsville Community Media. Five-run game here, headed into our 6th inning with, I mean, look, we've got a furry friend out here tonight, and they're not catching a little bit of the hot dogs or burger action going on. That's just not right. Got to give them a little bit of that hot dog, right? That's okay for dogs, right? I'm sure they're getting in on that action. They're going to be plenty happy with the smells, too, the grill going out here tonight. So here we are, 6th inning. It's our all-star game and a base hit for the Blue Bombers. Get things started. All-stars selected from the various men's leagues. That happen all summer long here at Lac La Vaughn here in Burnsville. Season starting as early as early April, mid-April. Had some rain out nights, kind of pushed this summer back a little bit. I'm sure that always makes things interesting on tonight's guest, Zach Camp, who's kind enough to join us there for our couple of innings here early on in this all-star game. Popped up, foul ball. Our hitters hearing it from some of our guys at the plate. So that'll be a strikeout on that pop-out. You only get 2 strikes. Strikeout there gives us our first out of this 6th inning. Hans Bristol with you. Beautiful night here in Burnsville and a big crowd on hand, by far. Most amount of people we have had in and around of all the diamonds here on the season. That one got away from our catcher. Not sure what happened there. A couple of laughs. Gotta love that. Swinging a ground ball, hit over to short. Got it there to second. No throw to first. So that'll just be our 2nd out here this 6th inning. Grey Ducks playing some good defense. Got the bats going in that last inning. Kind of said it early on, but these guys, maybe a couple of them overlapping teams, but they all kind of get here, and our umpire Rick said that before the game. They all kind of get here and don't know where they're going to play, what position they'll play. Kind of just go out there and have fun with it. That's what we've seen out of this all-star game here tonight. Strike thrown in. Blue Bombers trying to keep an inning going with a pop-up out to center field. No problem on that catch in center field. And our top of the 6th comes to a close. Bottom 6, all-star game. Grey Ducks have the lead. Bottom of the 6th we go, our men's all-star game here from Field A at Lac La Vaughn Park, and a nice catch out in center field. Gets our bottom of the 6th going. Hans Bristol back with you, our entire Burnsville Community Media crew. Hey, I want to remind you, tomorrow night, Thursday night, we have more Championship Series softball live right here on Burnsville Community Media. First game's at 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. So join us for some late night softball tomorrow, and then our final game of our summer series next week, Monday night, August 11th. Same time, 8 and 9 p.m. We'll be right back out here for some semifinal and championship softball with a good catch out there in left field. Boy, the Grey Ducks, Blue Bombers this time I should say, showing off the defensive moves. Another out, brings it 2 quick outs. Take another look. I mean, that's an over-the-shoulder, backpedaling catch right to the warning track. Nice grab out there, Twins fan in left field. So as a reminder, Thursday night, Monday night, coming up tomorrow night. See you right back here, 8 p.m. our first game for more live Park and Rec softball. And those games are always fun. Championship nights, semifinal championship games. Pop up. Just want an easier grab out there to right center field for a quick out and a quick 1-2-3, top of the 6th. Blue Bombers looking for some runs. Bottom of the 6th up next. Here we are, 7th inning of our All-Star game on a Wednesday night, and the Blue Bombers looking for some runs, and instead, a diving catch in center field. Starts off our 7th inning. How about that? Hey, we've been asking for the runs. We've been asking for the good, nice plays. I mean, that one was diving in and a nice grab. Up just fine out there in center field. Trying to knock that one down at short. Sneaks into left field. Blue Bombers needing 5 runs here in this 7th inning of our League All-Star game here on a Wednesday night at Lac La Vang Park. Summer's just coming to a close here for Burnsville softball. Toward the near end, I should say. As here's going to be a turnaround second, first and third. Be here for the Blue Bombers with a 1-out base hit. And drop it into right field. Put them on first and third. The Blue Bombers having themselves trying to get an opportunity here to make a bit of a comeback, down by 5. This one runs inside in an all-star game of our men's leagues that we've had here at Lac La Vang Park all summer long. Pop up into left field, will be caught. Runner thought about tagging up there from third, and stay right there at third. So the Blue Bombers finding themselves down to a final out here in our 7th inning. Blue Bombers needing some runs here in this all-star game. So 5 runs still needed. This one drops in short on the plate. Down to a final out here for the Blue Bombers. A couple of balls trying to see if they get the bases loaded, get back to their top of the lineup here. It's been a fun all-star game here tonight. They'll do just that. So they get a walk, and it's all of a sudden it's bases full here. They need 5 runs, trying to keep this game going, and why not? All-star game action we have here out at Lac La Vang Park. This one hit sharply over to second, underhand toss, and a step on to second base is our ball game with the Grey Ducks taking the win here in the All-Star game. 15-10 is our final score as some of the best of summer Burnsville Parks and Rec softball battle it out here tonight in a fun game in our All-Star game. As we want to give a big shout out to Scott Heitkamp, the recreation supervisor from the city of Burnsville. Big thank you to him for joining us tonight. As that concludes our coverage for All-Star Park and Rec softball here tonight from Lac La Vang Park. Thanks so much for joining us. Our crew here tonight, Director Tim Shingen in the truck, Ken Trainer. Our cameras, Nick, Rachel, and Winter. We say so much. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you tomorrow night, 8 p.m., right back here in Lac La Vang for more Park and Rec softball championship summer series continues right here on Burnsville Community Media. And I'm Hans Bristol saying good night. That's our All-Star game. The Grey Ducks come away with the win. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.